Hello, St. Michael's. It's Father Dan here, and welcome to the season of Advent, because you'll be seeing this on the first Sunday of Advent, and we're in. And if I'd actually thought better when I was making this video, I would have made sure I had my violet flannel shirt on. But anyhow, I'm here just to remind you about a lot going on in the Advent season, okay? First of all, do remember the giving tree. That's a really important one where you get to pick out from all the ministries that are around that tree, the ones that particularly touch your heart. This is a way you have a chance to direct money toward a particular ministry. So take a look at that, and you get a script card or whatever other way you give, and it just helps the church, and it helps us know where your love and your desires go, okay? So I just wanted to mention that sort of to start. I've got a whole long list here in front of me. I'll try and touch on most of it. The giving tree there I mentioned, poinsettias. Remember, if you'd like to have one in memory of a family member or something, please call in and talk with Magda. I believe she's the one who keeps track of the list, and she'll make sure, okay? And whatever you give is appreciated. We also have coming up in worship Simbang Gabi, which is the Filipino celebration of the novena preceding Christmas. 9 days that we have masses in many different places. We have them here at St. Michael's at 7 o'clock in the evening on the 19th, the 22nd, and the 23rd. And while we're talking about those kinds of things, the spiritual things, please do, if there's any material still out on the tables, please consider taking it home for reflection during this wonderful and beautiful season of joyful anticipation, okay? And also we have our Advent parish mission going on the 14th, 15th, and 16th, Sunday evening, Monday, and Tuesday evening. All those evenings we have at 7 o'clock in the evening, and just be aware that it's going to be a great time of reflection, and we have a good speaker and a little bit of music, so it's going to be really great. Please join us for that, okay? And know that on the 8th, by the way, just so you know, on the 8th of the December, it's a holy day of obligation. It's the Immaculate Conception, okay? We have Mass at 7:30 and 12:15 and at 7 in the evening, okay? While that's going on, let's see here. What else do I have? I said the resources. This is spiritual, but uplifting in a different way. Our music ministry puts on a wonderful concert. I invite you to come to that on Friday the 5th of December. Okay, the very first Friday in the Advent season. It's at 6:15, two performances, 6:15 and 7:30. Okay, and you can get dinner just beforehand. And if you plan it right, you can have dinner, go to a concert, and then hear the performances out in the Commons, which it just, talk about Christmas feeling. It is just the best feeling for the Christmas season, so join us. And the Knights of Columbus put on the spaghetti dinner at 6:15 and 7:30 as well, so it's spaced so you can do both of them and still be enriched, okay? I mentioned that. For Advent, reconciliation is going to be a little different this year. We're going to have regular reconciliation on Saturdays at 3:30, okay? 3:30 to 4:30, which is our normal hour we take. But also remember, the first Friday on December 5th, while the concerts are going to be going on and everything, we're from 5 o'clock till 6 o'clock before anything else happens. Father Jules will be out there hearing confessions, and there's time for adoration with the Blessed Sacrament. And so please consider taking advantage of that. So there's reconciliation then as well. And then on Tuesday, the 9th of December, there's going to be confession from 9 until 12, 9 in the morning until 12 noon. Then there's Mass at 12:15. And then we have reconciliation from 1:30 to 4:30. Okay, you don't need to make any appointments for that. Hopefully you'd be able to get in anyway, but I don't know how many people will be there. But come and join us if you want, okay, for reconciliation. And please know you can always just make an appointment. Make sure Father Jules or I are here for you. That's what an appointment is. It's not like you got to get into my busy schedule. I want to make sure I'm here for you. Okay, so please check that out as a possibility too. I'm trying to make sure I touch on everything here. What have I missed? Oh, I do want to mention one really special thing, and I do want to mention it because people were upset when they missed it last year, and that's the Bambinelli blessing. This is where you bring in the Christ child from your own creche setting at home, your crib setting or manger setting at home. You bring in the Christ child. You can set everything else up in the scene, but the Christ child, you bring it to church on the fourth Sunday of Advent, okay? Which is going to be, which one is that here? What is that? That's the, what is that date? I didn't write down. You didn't write down the date. Well, that's all right. I should know too. But anyhow, on that fourth Sunday, the last Sunday, the Sunday before Christmas, bring in that child, and we'll ask you at a certain point in the liturgy to hold that child up and to stand in place and hold that child for a very special blessing. Then you take that blessed image of Christ, the baby, and you can go out into the commons and wrap it in Christmas wrapping paper. Now you can do that at home as well, but we're going to have a table there for you so you can do it right there. Wrap your Christ child in Christmas wrappings, right? And then put it under the tree at home. And make sure that the first gift that's opened on Christmas is that Christ child. And have your children, and or us children who are like me, a little older, but have them unwrap it and place it in the crib scene before you open any of the other gifts, okay? Now, there are so many other things that may be going on in the season. We certainly know there's lots of shopping, but hey, that mission is a real release from that. It gives you a chance to get nothing commercial for now. Yeah, but anyway, come join us, okay? And I think I've actually touched on just about everything that was in the list. So, but keep your eyes open. There are things going on all the time. And of course in the community around us as well, especially to help us focus on the fact this is Christ Mass, okay? Which is where it came from, the Mass for Christ's birth. This is a Christ-centered holiday, whether anyone likes it or not. It really is. And so anything to bring that Christ child into our hearts that day is always a good thing. Thank you for joining me for this long message for me. Anyway, God bless you.